Hey guys, it's Josh here from Ultramock, and today I'm really excited to show you through the new timeline feature. So the first thing I'm going to show you, and I'm really excited to show you this, we can now add multiple videos into one project. So by dragging and dropping or copying and pasting, you can now see I've got multiple videos in one project. And as you can see at the bottom, the timeline is now looking a little bit more advanced than what you're probably used to. However, if you want to snap back to that simple option, you can go into the preferences and choose simple timeline. And this will put the timeline back to something you're more familiar with from the previous version of the Ultramock timeline. I'm going to switch back to the advanced version today, and I'm going to start showing you through some of the other features. So the next thing is how keyframing and recording keyframes and animations works now in this new timeline. So if I scroll back to the beginning of the timeline, I'm going to hit the record option, and what this does now is it starts recording camera and blur edits and makes keyframes as we go along. So for example, if I scrub along to 3 seconds and then move the camera using the viewport, or I can do this also in the camera settings in the sidebar. And then if I open this now, you can see it's recorded that animation. So if I move again a little bit further, I'm going to tweak the camera some more. Maybe I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can see in real time in the bottom left corner that the keyframes are being recorded. I'm going to scrub on a little bit further, and I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to pan and tilt just a little bit more. Awesome. Then I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to go back to the start, and I'm going to hit play. And you can see now all those animations that were just recorded are playing back to us beautifully and smoothly. That's one way of recording keyframes. I'm going to go ahead, select all keyframes and hit delete to remove those keyframes and show you another way. Another way to do it is by using the sidebar over on the right side. So you can now stamp a keyframe right there. I just stamped the zoom keyframe, and that's kind of a snapshot in time of the zoom property. Now if I scrub along in the timeline, zoom out a little bit, and then stamp that keyframe again, you can see it's captured that. And now we've got an animation from the first to the second keyframe, and I can see that now playing in the timeline. Awesome. So that's a way you can record and add animations to your shots. Another thing to show you is the presets. These still work as usual, and I'm going to be adding more of these very soon. You can go in here and click on one of the presets, and they work as usual as well. And it also prints in the keyframes if you want to edit them. So to edit for keyframes, I can select the keyframes, I can change the zoom, and I can punch in the zoom keyframe there, and you can see that's updated. So that's pretty much it. Recording and editing keyframes is a very simple process. So I want to show you something else. You can just see there I deleted the clip by clicking on it and hitting delete. And you can see now we've got this orange strip at the top, which is essentially showing us that there's a gap between two shots. Now, in some cases, when you're creating a video, you might want a gap between two shots, but in this case, I don't. So I'm going to right click that shot, that strip, and click close gap. And that automatically closes the gap for me and makes the shots snap together. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the transitions. So previously you can change the transitions between shots. We can now do that using this bar line here. If I click that, you can choose cut or fade, and then you can see now those shots fade into one another. More transitions will be coming soon as well. Next up, you can do the same on the intro of the shot by clicking this little triangle on the left side. If I click fade here, you can now see that this shot fades in and out from the start. You can do the same on the end as well. Next, I'm going to increase the project length. So I'm going to bump this up to 1 minute 22. I'm excited to announce that you can now create projects up to 3 minutes. Previously, it was 60 seconds. So that's really exciting. You can create more advanced videos now. And now that I've added some more time to the project, you can see we've got a lot more space to work with. And sometimes you want a detailed view, so you can go ahead and zoom in and scroll around on the timeline to modify the view and get a good look at your keyframes. So because I'm working with video shots at the bottom as well here, you can see I've got a preview of that video in a little ribbon here. Using this, I can trim the video, so I can choose which portion of the video I want to see. And I can also drag to pan the different parts of the video. So right now, maybe you want the video to start a bit further along. So you can just scrub along here and find the start and say, okay, great, I want to start there. So that's a quick overview of the new timeline features. There's so much more to show you. I just wanted to start with the basics here. I'm going to go into more detailed examples of how the timeline works in future videos, but I just wanted to create this one so you can get started with ease. So go ahead and play around, have some fun. If you've got any questions or feedback, please don't hesitate to reach out. Expect more tutorial videos like this coming very soon, and have fun with the new feature. Thanks for watching.